So you know when I said that I had like a 30-minute video of my fucking um my controllers? Well, here's why. Okay, so yeah, um, here we go. This is actually, these are my Switch controllers, and my Switch controllers actually cover the widest range of controllers. They have some of my least favorite and some of my absolute favorite. Between all of them. Oop, button. So, let's go through them. Start with the original Switch controller. It's pretty much, it's obviously it's two-part thing. You can swipe it onto the actual console and be able to freaking press buttons on it. Ooh, wait. My audio thing was way over there. I hope I could even be heard. Fuck. I have no idea. Anyway. This is gonna be bad. There's gonna be like a, oh, nobody can hear him, and then suddenly, oh, audio. Fuck. Okay. Anyway, here. So you have these. You can individually swipe them on, and they're good. Honestly, my biggest problem with these are, one, they're the most likely to get stick drift. I have ran through like 6 left Joy-Cons. Okay, 6 is an exaggeration, but it's at least 3. But always the left ones. I don't fucking know why. And then the fact that when you put them in this grip, it's just horribly uncomfortable. I kind of need to extend it out. It's somehow too small, like width-wise or like depth-wise almost, and then too large in another way. I don't know why. I don't like it. Anyway, next we're gonna go for my Pokemon. This is a Pro controller. It's battery powered. It is by Power A, and it has 2 reprogrammable buttons on the back. See, this one is fairly cheap. My biggest problem is actually just the build quality of the thing itself. Is just really bad. Like, that's the main problem I have with it right here. Beyond that, it's decent. It's just bad build quality. Good enough sticks, not great sticks, but meh. Like, none of the features are bad. I do like how in all of these controllers, basically, it's the sticks right here, except for this one right here. Their sticks are the triggers. Sorry, the triggers are digital, which is horrible for racing games and great for shooters. But there's like no shooters on the Switch, so it makes them really good for shooters on your PC when you connect to your PC. All right. Next, we have a wired Pro controller. I think this one was like $20. No extra buttons on the back or anything. Pretty basic, though it is of much better quality than the other one. It feels much better in the hand due to that. One of the nice things about this one and a lot of is it has the widest buttons, like the widest sticks of any controller I've seen, and I certainly really like that myself. But no matter what, Switch controllers always have very wide sticks. The exception of this one, which is built to be technically a Switch Pro controller, but it is it's designed to look exactly like a Wii controller or a GameCube controller. These things right here have a lot of travel to them, but they don't count as a click until you go all the way in. So like, I'm here, not click. Here, click. Not click, click. And that's kind of annoying, especially if you're actually using it for anything other than for any game that uses the sticks at all. It's kind of a pain in the ass, and I don't like it. But, can't really do much about that. This stick right here is really nice. Especially, my favorite game to play with this thing is Diablo, because all of my buttons here, all of these here, it's all of my things are close together, and then this stick here is a roll dodge button. So you click, flick, 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 press your buttons, flick, and roll dodge. Press your buttons, flick, roll dodge, flick, roll dodge. And it's, I don't know, I just think that's a very nice way of dealing with things. Anyway, problem with this, another big problem with this actually is that it's very narrow, which makes it kind of painful in your hand after a while. I really wish I could modify this just a little bit to make it better. Like, for one, make it just a straight click rather than have this travel time. And for another, widen out these, like angle out the actual parts a little bit, and it would probably end up being my favorite controller, even without the extra buttons on the back that this next one has. Oh, speaking of which, by the way, motion controls. All of these, except for this one, have motion controls, which is another one of the reasons I think this is my best favorite. This, whoa, no. Oh, apparently I'm clicked over here. That was weird. Anyway, which is another one of the reasons this is my favorite controller. This one's actually connected to my PC right now. That's why that just happened. I pressed a button and it played a video over my recording software. Because, of course, it did. Anyway. Oh, yeah, there we go. Woo, moved my mouse around. Anyway, this particular stick controller is... Alright, so they all have motion controls. And motion controls in shooting games, I'm absolutely in love with. And I will kind of explain... I'll tell you how I fall in love with them in the next video in this little series. But, or the last video. No, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm doing 3 or 4 or 5 videos in this series, but definitely the next video in the series. But the thing right here, normal sticks, pretty much Xbox style sticks, a little bit smoother in my opinion, I think, than the Xbox sticks are. But other than that, pretty much the same. Clicky, click, 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 click. Very clicky buttons right here. Beyond that, and then it has reprogrammable buttons on the bottom. These are hardware reprogrammable, which is, I think, really nice if you're planning on using an adapter or something to play these, to use these controllers through on like your Xbox or something. But that will not let you use the motion controls. Motion controls I use through Steam and the Steam app, and it's absolutely amazing. I am in love with using motion controls in shooters. Yeah, it's a me thing. Like, I get other people don't necessarily like it, but I love it, and this is the best controller to do it with, because of the fact that shooters, you want a click rather than a travel distance. It's why, like, there are trigger stops, because you click instead of travel with your triggers and shooters, and that's what you want. So click rather than travel. And then motion controls, which gives you a little bit more accuracy than a standard controller normally would have. Typically, I have it programmed so motion controls only count in when I zoom in. Like Call of Duty or something, you'd zoom in, and then you'd motion control, so you'd aim to be and that way you can be like super precise and just like that, and then click, and it's freaking great. I recommend everybody do this if they have a PC and play shooters and, you know, a Switch controller. It's absolutely great. Anyway, those are all my controllers. Least favorite, most favorite. This isn't actually my absolute all-time favorite. My all-time favorite will be in the next one, but it is top 3 depending on my day, and definitely for shooters specifically. Like, if I specifically want to play a shooter on my PC, I'm using this controller. But anyway, that's it for now. I will catch you in the next episode of Check Out My Fucking Controllers.